place. Christopher Columbus statues specifically have been pulled down, dumped into a lake, even beheaded in cities around the country in recent days. A statue of the explorer remains in Tower Grove Park. Discussions to remove it first began several years ago. And tonight, those talks are back on. News 4's Kim St. Ange is live in South City. Kim.
Sam, there have been talks of removing this Christopher Columbus statue for years. You'll notice it right as you walk into Tower Grove Park, right here from the Grand Avenue entrance. And the Parks Board actually announced last year that this statue would stay, offering to add signs giving the statue's historical context. Many of us were taught Christopher Columbus was the hero who discovered America in 1492. There's even a day on the calendar celebrating the European explorer.
He's not the person that we thought he was, or that we were taught he was.
Historical records reveal Columbus and his men forced many natives to be slaves. History.com says he treated them with extreme violence and brutality. It's led to renewed calls to take down Christopher Columbus statues, including this one in Tower Grove Park. You can see where it appears the word slave was washed off.
He doesn't really represent America anymore.
Tonight, a petition to tear down the statue already has over 1,000 signatures.
I'm really excited to see how far it goes.
Jen Randazzo is one of them.
When you have very few statues in this particular, in this particular park, I just think that there's so many other people that represent freedom, that represent creation, that represent, inclusiveness. And again, knowing that the history of Christopher Columbus is definitely different than what I learned growing up, I would certainly like to see someone that better represents the neighborhood.
Others argue Columbus represents our country's history. Tower Grove Park's executive director tells News 4, Tower Grove Park is a place of inclusion and diversity. All three statues in the park were placed there approximately 140 years ago to celebrate the contributions of immigrants to this region.
He wasn't even the first person to land here. So I don't really understand the putting him on a statue in the first place. So if it offends people, just get rid of it.
It's important to note, of all the people I talked with, only one person was saying they were in favor of leaving this statue up at Tower Grove Park, but he was not comfortable going on camera. So we really wanted to get a public feel for how all of you were feeling when it comes to removing this or any other controversial Christopher Columbus statue. So if you look right now on our KMOV Twitter page, we put up a poll asking, do you agree with those who say Christopher Columbus monuments should be removed? At this hour, 36.4% of you say yes, and 63.6% say no. We'll certainly be tracking that. There is still time to vote. Sam, I'll send things back to you.
All right, Kim, live for us in South